happening. You have how many now children, like almost 20,000, and that's not including how many are under the rubble that we don't know about, displaced, left orphans, and he's there dancing, doing the, whatever dance you call it, and just on the other side, you have this genocide. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And then you actually uncover that this group that's known for exploiting, scamming, spreading these lies, this atrocity propaganda, is this the same organization that is ZAKA led by a rab? No, he was a rabbi.
Yossi Land does their most identified, but you're talking about
Yes,
you're talking about an ultra orthodox kind of businessman named Yehuda Meshi Zahav.
yes, that's the one. He's like the Orthodox Jeffrey Epstein. The Orthodox Jeffrey Epstein. Is this the same organization?
This is a competitor organization.
That's the competitor one.
So
Okay.
basically, you have ZAKA. They wear orange vests and they go out on motorbikes. And if someone has like a road accident and dies anywhere in Israel, they'll collect their body parts and make sure they're disposed of properly according to like kosher burial traditions. And United Hatzalah, they wear green vests and go out in motorbikes and do the same thing. And both of them were like going belly up before October 7th. Then all of a sudden, there was this surprise attack in the southern communities. They rushed down there. They got there before the army in many cases. The Israeli military has a thing called the Home Command, and they have their own actually trained forensic experts, burial and body parts disposal specialists. And ZAKA and United Hatzalah got down there before they did, displaced them. The army allowed them to have free reign in the kibbutzim that were attacked. And they've been exposed in Israeli media like Haaretz for holding fundraisers where they were actually staging scenes, taking dead bodies and staging them to make it look like somebody was raped or something horrible happened to somebody. And they were showing potential donors in real time while they were on their phone, these crime scenes. And these are disgustingly corrupt organizations. They share members. So you could just say they're the same thing. But ZAKA, which is responsible for so many of the fake debunked rape claims, their founder, who was given the Israel Prize, which is the biggest prize in Israel, by the current defense minister, Yoav Gallant, who died in 2022, this founder, Yehuda Meshi Zahav, as you said, he was known as the Haredi or Orthodox Jeffrey Epstein because he was such a prolific sexual predator, preying on boys and girls, adults, children, whoever, anyone he could get his hands on in the kind of closed off ultra-Orthodox community in Jerusalem. And after he got his Israel Prize, all the rumors that had been circulating came out in the Israeli press. He tried to kill himself and failed, went into a coma, and then he finally died in 2022. And so the irony is just, you can't even overstate the irony of this group cooking up rape allegations. It's such a projection when their founder is like one of the most prolific rapists in a society, by the way, Israeli society, that has a real problem with sexual abuse, a real problem. And there are record numbers of women being killed in domestic violence since October 7th within Jewish Israeli society. It's being reported in Hebrew media. Yet they're constantly projecting their own perversions and crisis onto Palestinians to justify what they're doing in Gaza, where you see, and I'm sure you've seen it, your viewers have seen it, all these soldiers rifling through the underwear drawers of Palestinian women in Gaza whose homes they've taken over, and then wearing their underwear, putting their underwear on walls. And they want to convince us that the Palestinians are the perverts.
What would you say to Floyd Mayweather? Do you think he's knowingly, does he know this stuff that you've been reporting on? Do you think he's just, at the end of the day, I mean, what should he do now? This is probably get to him. I mean, should he continue being a poster child and for this scam organization?
I don't think Floyd Mayweather, and this has been like the case with him throughout his entire career, and everybody in the boxing world knows it. He doesn't believe in anything except money. I see him as like a zombie. And those are the kind of people that Israel is able to most exploit and turn into poster children.
That's how they got
Israel.
We all winners. I'm happy to be here.
If you want to summarize what United Hatzalah is all about, 90 seconds.
American boxing champion Floyd Mayweather is showing his support for Israel. He's also received a life-saving award from United Hatzalah Emergency Response Service after he sent that plane delivery of medical equipment during the war. He's also been meeting with emergency volunteers in Jerusalem, as you can see on your screen. And here he is at a restaurant in the capital, dancing with chefs as they make a popular Israeli
probably a Palestinian dish.
They certainly look like they are having a lot of fun. We leave you with those images.
It's disgusting. You have people like Muhammad Ali. This is why he's remembered as an American hero, and he was standing on the side of justice and truth with the Palestinians. You see Floyd Mayweather, he's going over there. Is this the organization that you blew the cover on them scamming people like $50 million? And Floyd Mayweather, he's there directly connected with them. Is this a scam organization?
They're a competitor with ZAKA, the main scammers, but United Hatzalah is the group that invented the lie of the baby baked in an oven in Kibbutz Be'eri, which was instantly discredited. And they were this lie was spun out by Eli Beer, who you showed earlier, their director, at a fundraiser at the Sands Casino, founded by Sheldon Adelson in Las Vegas, of the Republican Jewish Coalition, funded by the Adelson family. So Adelson money is going directly through United Hatzalah to Floyd Mayweather. And I mean, you look at those images, and I'm concerned that those images fuel anti-Semitism, because you're looking at obviously corrupt, ultra-Orthodox hucksters in a country that identifies as a Jewish state, I think wrongly, as the Jewish state, the same way the Islamic State identified itself. And they're basically paying a guy with obvious CTE who has no idea where he is, who's only about that money, to run cover for this criminal operation. And that's what we're seeing. We see it so often. We saw it in South Dakota earlier with this governor wearing a white mini skirt who's had this makeover from trad mom to, hot conservative thought, Kristi Noem, who wants to be president or vice president. And she's meeting with a bunch of Israel lobbyists and modern Orthodox guys in her office, basically paying her to pass a bill that would criminalize criticism of Israel and define it as anti-Semitism. This is the kind of stuff that disgusts me. And it makes me concerned that people would draw the wrong conclusions and collectively blame Jews for rolling back the First Amendment or just paying people to support crimes, when this is really about a demonic cult called Zionism that does not represent all Jews. And we have there's another issue here. I'm sorry to go on, but the other issue is that there are a lot of fighters who are supportive of Palestine who are getting a lot more shine than Floyd Mayweather. I mean, the UFC world is open to views that support Palestine. And you'll see after like a Dagestani fighter wins a major fight, he will send a shout out to Palestine and condemn the war. Bilal Muhammad is about to have a major fight. This is a Palestinian fighter who's been in the game for a long time. Floyd Mayweather is yesterday's news. So I think that's the reason they were looking to get a major fighter to Israel to do this propaganda phony hoopla trip.
I think it's just disgusting. And to see just on the other side, you have a genocide happening. You have how many now children, like almost 20,000. And that's not including how many are under the rubble that we don't know about, displaced, left orphans. And he's there dancing, doing